Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of The Hand of Tezla. It's been roughly 2 weeks or so since I've created a new episode, so it's sort of a bit of a Stellaris vacation. And so now that I'm back, I'm kind of picking up where I left off. Last time we defeated the Bacterian High Kingdom and took 5 of their worlds, 5 of their systems more so. We also vassalized the Sacrosanct Savelli Commonality. I think you might have seen in the last episode too. I sacrificed a nice bit of my influence so I can get some of my people on these planets, so that once I finished eating all of the Bacterians that are on this on these worlds, that those systems wouldn't just fall out of my control. So having done that, I am now ready to move on to kind of doing some expanding. I realized that I have all these systems with habitable planets in my space, and I have a great deal of naval capacity here, but I don't really have a lot of fleet power, and so I've spent a great deal of time taking the blunt of most of the wars that I've engaged in. I mean, it's been helpful having, vassals to kind of bounce around different systems fighting, but they weren't really integral to the war. I mean, they were kind of helpful, but they weren't doing much. But instead, they were building up their own forces. So now these guys, while they're inferior in naval capacity and inferior in technology level, they are equivalent and fleet power, which makes them a threat. If you look at relative power of subjects, we're at negative 233. That's because my subjects, these guys, when you add up their fleet power, they can take us. They can probably more than take us. Look at this. They are, again, well, they're inferior in fleet power, but they're equivalent in technology level. They're pathetic naval capacity. My goal is to not get whooped. So these guys are equivalent. So I need to do something about these guys. Do something about these guys. Let's see, how are these guys doing? I don't think they're too much of a threat either, but inferior. Okay, so these guys are all inferior, but if you kind of try to, if they work together with their mutual hate of us, if they came together, they could pose a threat. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to pose a threat, especially these guys, because these guys do have a great deal of control. If they were to team up with these guys, maybe these guys, they would really knock us down, and we'd lose a great deal of what we'd fought so hard to have. And I don't want that. So I've decided that I'm going to declare war, and I think I'm going to declare war against the Imperium right here of Shashamari. Like I said, Shashamar 2, like I said I was going to, and then I'm going to let these guys do all the work. But I also have an idea. It might sound like a crazy idea, but it is an idea nevertheless. I think I might want to go after this fallen empire. Here's why. They have ring worlds, and the great thing about them is even if I could pretty much colonize these. So I could claim these systems. I could purge all the people, and then we could colonize those and this, and we could just hold this space as our own. And this will also be a great launching point for us for the final wars we engage in, because we're going to go from here and we're going to take out the Vitteria's Confederacy and the Bacterian High Kingdom. And I also really don't want to cede, I don't want to vassalize any more empires, because it's just going to take a great deal of time still just to integrate the Bilnak, integrate the Hierarch, Pogavon, integrate these guys, and I don't have the influence for it. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of my frontier outposts in order to really do that without hurting us, I have to colonize some more planets. So let's see, where are all of my frontier outposts? Let's see, I have 3. I have 3 right now. So I have 1 right here, 1 right here, and this one right here. So what I want to do is I want to colonize. Well, I want to colonize the world in this system because that's right there where that frontier outpost is. I want to colonize these 2 worlds just to kind of. I mean, we're probably going to lose this system. We might even lose this system, but you know, at this point, I'm not too concerned about that. Eventually, we are going to just start to. I want to integrate these guys soon. And who knows? They might be the first guys that I integrate. Once I integrate them, their species is going to cease to exist because we're going to eat them. But then we'll be able to move on out in this direction. We'll have all of this space, and we can actually colonize all the world. So if they like poof, went away for a second, I could just colonize those worlds and have all this space back, and we could take all of this, or we can just integrate them. Depends on how much time I choose to spend on that. Nevertheless, I do want to clear out these frontier outposts, which means I'm going to have to start to create some sectors. And so I'm just going to see, what is this system right here? This what planet is the system? Okay, then manufacturing node. Great. Now, just to help us out, I also plan on using the worlds that I colonized for this particular expansion. I'm going to make most of them mineral worlds and energy worlds. I don't want to sacrifice our technology, but right now I just want to stay, stay on our feet. And so that's gonna require us to sacrifice research just for a little bit, just so I can get our resources back up. And this is good. Plus 400 is pretty good. Plus 400 a month will help us out. But I want to take this to 226 to 600. So most of those are going to be energy worlds, just so I can create enough energy to where we're not hurting from building such large fleets, because the resources, the minerals aren't becoming a problem so much as having the ability to support the economy, which makes me think of this. Prosperity is going to be our next thing. Ship costs, reduction, building costs. This is going to help us out as soon as I get this next, which is going to be in 34 months. I'll be able to get this prosperity thing here, and just the cost of our ships and the cost of our buildings is going to be less. Upkeep is what I'm looking for, actually. That's what I was thinking about. I want to get this. Ship upkeep will make our ships less expensive, which means that I can improve our naval capacity. I'm sorry, not improve our capacity, but improve our fleet power without the excessive cost to our energy and to our minerals. Same thing with building upkeep. Once I actually get both of these, our economy is going to improve quite well. But in order to do that, we need more unity. But anyway, let me just kind of get started on building some. Where's Karst? Okay, right here. Is there a spaceport there? Nope. I'm gonna build a spaceport. Let's go with this. It's not gonna be very helpful. What about the manufacturing? This one, the Tomb World has one. So since I'm gonna be colonizing one of these planets, I'm just gonna have built colony ship right here. And I also want to build them all at the same time. I have this pause. I've had this pause for like a couple minutes now. Actually, but I just kind of want to get this. Actually, I'm going to get this started. I'm just going to get the time moving, just so these guys don't get too excited and feel like, okay, well, now that we're out of war, we're not going to attack anyone. I'm just going to declare war against these guys. I am not going to. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to cede their worlds. Let's see. Trium. Humiliate. Hold on. I gotta choose me. I'm gonna humiliate them just so I get the influence bonus of 100 influence. And then I want to see their worlds. I wonder if that impacts the humiliate. Nope, I can't. Okay, I guess I can't do that. I cannot humiliate them and seed all their worlds because then there's no one to humiliate because they're all under our control. So maybe I will make them a vassal. Just they'll be my last vassal, just so I can get the. Oh, I can't vassalize them. Establish protectorate. Okay. So I'll make them a protectorate until they can become a vassal. Easy war score right there. I'll humiliate them. We get my influence. Boom shakalaka.
We have declared war.
We have declared war, and now I'll let my vassals do all the hard work on that one. Give them something to do. Let's give them some, something to keep themselves busy. Let's see. Stuff first. Yeah, okay, I don't care about that. I feel like it says I'm missing something. Oh well. Oh, okay, I see we're missing a person over there. That's what it is. Can he actually do the job there? Nope. Well, I see we're missing 2 guys. Okay, gotcha, because they can't really do anything because they're just creating food. I see. Well, I'll just, yeah.
Ships upgraded.
I'll put him right there. He's not producing any food, but he's not producing any minerals, but he's producing food. These guys insulted us, so that's kind of where my mind's going. These guys they're getting bold enough to insult us, and they have this 18.6k fleet right here. I suspect that if they're not only equivalent, they actually have greater fleet power than we do. So these guys are actually a threat. And so one reason why I'm tempted to go to war with these guys is because if I can create like one fleet that can just be like a flagship fleet. Let's see where these guys at. 13.8k. So I want to send these guys and these guys and the rest of my armada and put them right about here, and then we can all kind of go into these guys' system and just cause havoc. Cry havoc. Cry havoc. Let loose the dogs of war. Star Trek fan of me is. Anyway.
Construction complete.
What am I doing here? I'm supposed to be creating. Okay, I'm supposed to be creating some colony ships, so that I can start to colonize planets. Boop. And student. Great. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I need one more. Let's do Ryle. So let's just create a nice colony ship, and then I've got to build up my resources here. These guys are also expanding a lot, so they're kind of a threat right now. Whereas I'm gonna send my construction ship. Oops, where are you? You right there. Where are you? You're right there. Where are you? You're right here. Oh, this guy's right here. He doesn't need to be in their space anymore. So,
system survey
the drone,
complete.
you're going to come over here, and you're going to build a wormhole station in this system. Boom shakalaka. Then he's gonna build one in this system. I am hungry for some. It seems like I'm hungry for a beatdown, really, because we really shouldn't even be thinking about going after these guys. But if you combine all of our forces, we actually would be a challenge against these guys. So that's that there. Are we still in good terms with these guys? They liked us for a while. Plus 15. Xenophilia. Okay. They're dismissive. Before they liked us, because we let them take our species or something like that. Something happened where they liked us because we let them take some of our pops so they can hold on to us forever. But anyway, now I've got that. Ooh, colony ship. One's already been built. What? Really? Oh, I see. Maybe I had already planned on. Okay, maybe I'd already built that for some reason. But now I get to colonize. No, there's an anomaly on that planet. So I can't actually colonize that planet until I get rid of that anomaly. So I've got to find a science ship that's not doing anything like this guy. I'll send him to this system to very quickly research this anomaly. Or he's not high enough level. Okay, never mind then. Then just automatically explore then, dude. Where's this guy at? Okay, he's automatically exploring. Okay, I'm gonna send you then to, what is this? Oh wow. So I'll send him here first. No, I'm sorry. I'll send him here first to research this project, and then he can research these other projects. Huh. That's really funny. What's over here? Another study you can do after those. I never realized how many research projects I've been neglecting. But it makes sense because I've been so involved in expansion and conquering that I've neglected our science mission. To seek out new life and consume it. To boldly eat where no one's eaten before. And so we're monsters. Well, at least I can do is actually send this guy over to the system. So once, actually I'm not gonna wait for that. I'm just gonna send him over here because the sooner I start casting these out, the more influence I'll get. So let's see, what is this? That's 17. Savannah World. This is Arid World. 23. Size 23. That's good. I'm gonna colonize this world first. This is just a larger world. Colonize. Ah, well, of course it's gonna take more influence to create more influence, right? So let me just put it.
Construction complete.
I'll put it right here. Boom. And choose expansion, expansive cell. Okay, that works. Because that is what I'm trying to do. Expand. And by the time this is researched and everything, what? What's this? Oh, that's the hatchery world. Wow, I didn't realize that was a green one. I could have probably colonized that one first. We populate that planet faster, but I'm gonna colonize at least. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really want to colonize all of these that haven't been colonized already. I just feel it'll be smarter for me. But I'm gonna colonize. Let's see, I'm gonna colonize in this one. But I'm just gonna colonize these two as well because I already have these systems under my direct control. So that'll be easier for me to but I'm getting rid of this one first. Then I'm getting these two, and I'll get rid of this one. Well, my science ship is there already. I'm actually impressed. Okay. I'm going to speed this up now. So moving on so fast, and let's get this thing rolling. We've got some lulls and slow, but now everything's up. At least my ships are updated. So I'm just going to merge these two, and Pua. Now I've got a 25k fleet. That is excellent. Great thing about that is now this fleet can actually crush these guys. Let's see how their fleet's like inferior. Oh, they're still fleet powers equivalent. Okay, let me see what else they have. I only saw one. Okay, that's 18k. We can definitely take that out. Do they have another fleet around here somewhere I don't know about? Huh.
Construction complete.
Not a single fire has, not a single shot has been fired in this war yet. Let's see how long it takes for my vassals to actually do something. And I also wonder if at some point these guys will just give up. Without firing a shot, I wonder if they'll just give up after a certain length of time. They might just ask for white peace once this gets to like length of war like 1 or something like that. But this plus 99 is going to become like plus 500. That's what I want. I want to have some energy planets. But I also need some resources. No, it's just kind of waiting around. But while I'm waiting around, I do want to just kind of assess these guys' fleet power. Let's see, they're 8k right there. This is... Wow. Nice, that's more than 15. That's like 16k they have in that right there. Where's the other? This is transport ships, okay. That's 10k. I can taste your stink, foul bug. Every time I do, I fear that I've somehow been infected by it. You know, I cannot wait to integrate these guys and then eat all of them.
System survey complete.
That is very expensive though.
Construction complete.
They don't need that active sensor link anymore. That war is over, so we're not going to give them any more minerals. Construction complete. Spaceport beta colony. Great.
Construction complete.
Spaceport. Construction there. Oh, I see. That's the those are the colony ships. This has to be built there. Oops. Destroyer. Battleship. Why can't these build battleships yet? That's really important. Destroyer. Battleship. need to be able to build a lot of battleships. That's one thing that's going to be my next fleet's going to be composed of destroyers and battleships. Destroyers will kind of take the function of corvettes, and then the battleships will be mostly
Colonization in progress.
like carriers. That'll be a nice change of pace from what I'm currently doing. Let's see. Pretty much waiting for minerals now. How does time go slower when we're not at peace, when we're at war? So this is I should have. The reason I went to war is to give these guys something to do, but I feel like they're not actually fighting these guys. What I might do is I might build. I think I'm gonna build a single corvette. Not in this system. I'm gonna build in a system that doesn't have. Okay, there we go. Or maybe not a single one. Yeah, I'll do like 2 corvettes. By class, dude. Great. And where's this located? Again. There we go. Way over here. Okay. And I'm just gonna very shortly just make this a rally point, just for the sake of these two. And then once I build those, I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make that little fleet a rally point for the other fleets. Not my fleet itself, but for the my allies, so that my allies will actually follow those 2 corvettes. I want to see if they'll follow them anywhere, and I'll send them to fight these guys. And if they're willing to follow those corvettes, then I'll send them after this fallen empire. And as much as I really don't care, honestly, if their fleets are decimated. Because they're a threat right now. I just want to I want to remove them as a threat, and I also want to get these ring worlds. And if I can do that at the same time, that's fantastic. So I've got this right here. Boom. Set to discourage allied fleets. From this fleet will take point, and allied fleets will attempt to follow it. Great.
Construction complete.
Construction complete. Where's... Okay, this...
Construction complete.
Excellent. So, with that being said, I'm going to send these guys into... say... send them to this system. Nope, I'll send them to the system. And here's why. I just want to see if everyone goes to this system. This little system in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just going to click. Once they get in the system, I'm going to set them as the rally point. And then I'll look back later on, after some time passes, and see if these guys all go and meet here. Actually, you know what? On second thought, I'll send them here.
Special project complete.
Why not? Interesting find. Artifact recovered. Perfect. So now we have... Alright. This is complete. Now I can colonize that world. And we'll put it... I'll do it right here. Boom shakalaka. It's going to be the Brood Colony. Nope. Brood Colony, that's stupid. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom, assembly cell. Assembly node. Ah, sure, why not? I'll go with the assembly cell. This one. Oh, this one's already being colonized. Okay. Who cares about their ethics? Because they are being eaten. I'm not too concerned about their ethics when they're being eaten. Okay, colonize this world. This is a tundra. Actually. Colonize. And we're gonna do, yeah, sure, let's do this right here. Great. Swarm colony. Assembly. Node. The other one's cell, right? Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. And since this is in this system, I'll just have this colonized the system planet in this system. There we go. Colonized planet. Ooh, this is a good research planet. Alright. I don't know what that's going to be for. And it's going to be energy and research on this planet. I'll just call this research node. Boop, why not? The Rock-to-Locked activists, made peace. Oh, you know, I just realized this would have been a perfect time to attack them, because I forgot that they were at war currently. I can't see in their space, sadly, so I wouldn't have known what was going on. But they cleansed those two worlds right there because they were up on their space. Overwhelming technology. Before you ask, no, we will not share our technology. You know what? I feel like maybe the smartest move I could have made would have been to. I mean, if I could always vassalize them just to get their technology. But it could also go really bad because once I vassalize them, they can always rebuild their naval capacity and then they'd come after us. So probably best to just take the ring worlds. But anyway, now that I've got these guys here, I'm going to click this and we'll see what happens. They're not doing anything.
Colonization in progress.
They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Come on, you're supposed to follow these guys. The Assembly of Gortim has ended the rivalry with the Bacterians. So that's these guys right here. So they're no longer rivals with the Bacterians, which isn't a good sign. Doesn't matter. We're gonna take these guys out anyway. Let's see, pathetic.
Construction complete.
That is the sound of the timer going off, saying it's time to end this episode. In 6 years, I can go against a good war with these guys again. They're super pathetic. I'm gonna insult them. Let's see, our mental network is vast, giving us access to... Okay, yeah, that's a stupid insult, but nevertheless, I just want to keep them mad at us. So we insulted them, and we're xenophages, so they're not happy with us about that. I just want these guys to join our, to follow our fleet. Maybe because the fleet's so small, they're not going to follow us. Merging with transport fleet. Okay, and these guys are just kind of chilling. They're not doing anything either. Ah.
Colonization in progress. Construction complete.
All right. Well, in any event, I'm not going to concern myself with that. I mean, I already am concerned with it, but I'm not going to concern myself anymore with it. This is colonizing. Where's the world? This is being colonized? Great. So.
Colonization in progress. Incoming transmission.
Star charts. Yeah, sure, why not?
System survey complete.
At this point, anything they've already researched, we've already... Uh-oh, maybe not. Maybe I should have done that. I don't think I ever actually researched all these areas. Oh well. Huh. I actually have to hit these because I feel like there's some anomalies in these systems that I haven't actually pursued. And I want to colonize this Guile world. There's a Guile world right here. So maybe I'll send my big fleet right here just to kind of crush this after I finish colonizing these worlds. And I have more energy because my fleet leaving the orbit is going to probably drop that down into the negatives. But I am happily going to get rid of this right here. Disband. Agree. Wonderful. Hopefully this doesn't put this in their space instead of my space. Yep, it did. Darn it. The space is moved over that way. But once this finishes, it'll be back in our space. Certainly this is going to be in their space. I can't do too much about that. But, disband. Agree. And... disband. Agree. Great, I have my influence back. Now I'm back at 4 influence. Even though it cost me a nice little bit of a few things, but in the long run it's worth it because I'm gonna take these guys to space, expand in this direction. Actually, no. Like I said before, I have to take the hierarchy. They're our first enemy that we actually captured, so it only makes sense that we integrate them first. It's just going to take us a lot of time. This is 877 influence costs. It's going to cost us 5 influence a month. So I'm just going to do the quick math here because that sounds like a long time before we'll actually be able to officially have claim over them. I'm just going to pull up my calculator here. That's why I'm kind of sitting still here. Dun, dun, dun. So calculator. So 877. Let's just say, what's that? 0.7. Whatever. That pretty much means that it's going to be 8 divided by 5. So it's going to be 175 months. But it's 176 because so 176 divided by 12. So it's going to cost us about 15 years before I'll be able to. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a long time. It's going to cost us 15 years before we can fully integrate these guys. Or I could go after these guys, integrate them, and that will cost us half the time. But it's worth it because then this will become one big piece of space. I want all of their space, all of their wormhole stations, everything that's theirs. I want to be ours. Everything, everything. So that's the goal. So I have to get this to at least 176 before I can do it, because it's going to cost us 1 influence every month. It's going to take 176 months. I really want this to get up to 500, but we'll see if that can happen, because in order for this to get to 500, even 400, I have to wait 100 months. That's not right. No, that's right. That's a long time. Still no one has followed. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a second. Following first combat swarm. Okay, they were slow to follow us, but now they
special project.
They're following first. This is excellent. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. It took them a while to do it, but they are following us. So we're gonna see if anyone else is following us. There's these guys. Are you gonna follow? Nope. Maybe they're following us because we're in their space. And transport fleet. Let's see if they have any other fleets that they have here. Nope, they're not. Are they following, merging with second term? Nope. Okay. Alright, well that's something. At least that's something. To know that they're following us. I wonder if anyone else is gonna follow us. Maybe it just takes them time to figure out. Hey, we're supposed to be following them because that's the command. I noticed the Haddam don't have a fleet. What are they doing? Oh, they're just sitting there, no orders, just chilling in the middle of space. Okay. What is this? They're merging with. Okay. Alright, that's weird. So now that they're following us, let's go to let's just go to who's right here. Okay. Oh, what? Oh no, this is their enemy. Okay, these are the guys we're fighting. Let's just jump into this system and see if the guys follow us. If they follow us into this system, then we're good. If they don't, then I'll be really peeved. Following first. Oh, they're warp drive. Okay, let's see if they can even follow us. Oh, this is good. They're following us. So just keep on following us. I hope I don't have to go into every single Empire system just to kind of have them tag along with us. But you know, if that's what I have to do, I will go on a tour. I will fly through every one of these systems to bring them back to fight these guys, because I'll need all of their forces together. I've got 6,225
System survey complete.
Minerals right now, so that's good. Semesters under control. Lesseth. Because where's Lesseth? Right there. That's just right there. Okay. And then Reginus. Reginus, I got you right there. Almost. So it's not even halfway colonized. That's great. So by the time it's finished colonizing, I'll be happy to say I'll have that one system back that I lost, the Korea system, because it's pretty much right at that border. It's right at that border. It's just about ours, but it's not. So we'll have that. 82. And now I'm also going to have to start colonizing more worlds. So I'm going to choose what systems am I going to create their own sector. I think I'm going to do the Delta
Special
colony.
project
Dead. Okay, that's nice. Okay. This one, and this one. I think these are going to be their own sector. Good. All we need is to be updated. Some of the buildings need to be updated, but outside of that, like this is it's either the planetary capital. This is as high as it goes. So I can kind of leave this system to itself. I'll have to build a mining network right here.
Colony established.
Build mining network right here. Well, I've got all this extra food coming in. I should probably keep expanding. Where's all the extra food coming from? You would never guess. How long before these guys are gone, by the way? I just realized I'm going way past my time here, aren't I? These guys will be purged in 5 years. 5 years. Oh, energy. Gotcha. Okay. Don't have enough energy. But they're still growing. Good. 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 Soon all of these worlds will be ours. Where's this right here? Okay. Let's just build a... Oops. I'll have him build a mining station right here. Build a... We're just going to give them some energy because that's the one thing that they're really short on. Mining station here. Mining station here. Boop. And hey, S6. Perfect. And right here. Alright, it's just I'm just gonna try to take care of the sector because I did kind of neglect them and gave them like no resources. I'm not really concerned about the resources at this point because of the fact that I'm just kind of clearing out those planets. But I do think I'll after the fact. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That I have complete control over. So I'm gonna give there's 10 minerals there. Good, I got those. Ooh, what is this? Armor plus 20%? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. How's our research going? 7 months until I get this Core Systems +1, which is actually good because I think this this system I'll have in less than I'll have them in like 6 months ish. So that's good. Actually, I'll be able to control all of these that I just recently colonized. Then I can kind of figure out how I'm going to do the sectors again. So where's Bozanak? Delta Colony? Do I really need to do anything with him? I can upgrade that. This. Clear. This is going to be a power plant.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Hostile fleet engaged? What's that about? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I see. Let me just pause this for a second. So what happened is... did they abandon us? Where's that 18? So, there we go. They're right here. They never followed us into enemy space. And so my little ships by themselves flew into the system, and I totally forgot about them because I wasn't paying attention. And when they came up against this fleet of ships, and they're gonna get swapped quite immediately. So they're gonna win the first, unless we retreat. I think they're gonna last 23 days. Maybe. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Look at those shields go down. Oh, they're recharging. Shields are recharging. Look at this torpedo. You know, they're actually surviving longer than I thought they would. That's because these guys don't have like really good technology. Okay, that Corvette's gone. And that Corvette is gone.
Fleet destroyed.
Yep, fleet destroyed. That's great. That was my fault. Completely, totally my fault. Completely and totally my fault. Yeah. Oh well. That's our loss. That's our bad. But it did teach me one thing. These guys, they kind of suck. Because, and it's funny because they're going back to the system now. I guess they either couldn't follow us or weren't willing to follow us outside of their own space. That is really weird. guess that better be good, is what they say. Lethargic leadership, unable to construct ships, unable to conquer or colonize planets, empire in decline, sector from. Okay, well, I don't want them to awaken anytime soon, but I do. I don't know how I'm supposed to confront these guys. I guess I have to wait until I have that my fleet power up, because these guys didn't follow me. They didn't follow me. I wonder if they would have followed me into this system if I have flown in this system. If we were at war with them, would they have flown into the system with this? Because it just seems really stupid that they don't allow us to. Ooh. Hold on a second. Humans. We have found the humans. Human civilization. This is cool. They are late medieval age.
Special project complete.
We needed 6 out of 6. We only have 5 out of 6.
System survey complete. Colony established.
Wonderful. Lasteth. Okay, so we've got that one. Both of them, I think, established. Semester is established. Cool.
System survey
plus 25%. Building cost minus plus 10%. Ouch. Okay. We don't need that right now. We need some more energy. And minerals. So, power plant. I'll let them populate first before I start to. I'm not going to focus on that right now. I need to focus on my fleet power. I'm still really upset that these guys aren't doing anything. The only way I can get these guys involved in war at this point is if if someone goes into their space. I need someone to invade these guys' space, or I need to give them an objective, like to seed worlds. I need to give them a reason to. Maybe I can go to war with these guys. No, I can't. We have a non-aggression pact, I guess, or something. A defense pact? Why can't I go to war with these guys? Oh, we do have an alliance. I see. Gotcha. I think we have an associate status with them too. I see, maybe that's what it is, because we're all having an associate status, and they're not going to kick us out. So,
colony established. Colony established.
Colony established. Colony established. Great. So next episode, now that we've got all these colonies established, we're going to 2 months before this is an issue. great. That's not going to be a problem for me. So next episode, we put ourselves to work on building up our fleet power. So I'm going to build some more ships, some more. I think the way we're doing right now, we've got 10 battleships. That's not enough for me. We've got 48 corvettes. That's not enough for me. We've got 18 cruisers, 13 destroyers. We are barely scratching the surface as a fleet. So I need to really start to kick things up. So I'm gonna actually probably do some playing off camera, unless anything major happens, and I'm just going to let time pass by and build up minerals and build up my fleet power. And I think while we're at war with these guys, unless I don't really see my vassals doing anything, so I don't think they're really. I think this the war really is going to go anywhere until I act out. I think maybe the moment I get in their space and I start fighting, maybe they'll start to get involved. But I don't see these guys really doing anything, so I have to figure out a way of getting them involved in this war, because they don't really seem that interested, and I don't want to invest my resources into going to war with these guys, because I've spent the last 100 years going to war and using all our resources.
Special project complete.
That's the purpose of having vassals. The vassals fight for you. Ooh, okay, that helped us out. That little bump there. Just gonna put us over the top and finish out this research. Maybe I'll stop after I see what's next. What's after this core sector systems research? Hopefully something along the lines of biological ascension, because I really want us to get that. I'm also kind of curious what the what our next threat's gonna be, because if we have to fight an interdimensional species or intergalactic species.
Research complete.
There we go. Research complete. There we go. Bounce that out. Tile blockers. During the fall. Energy siphon. Actually, maybe energy siphon might not be too bad. Leader capacity. Leader recruitment cost minus 20%. That's not a bad thing. Max influence from factions. Well, I don't have any factions, so it's not going to help us out. Leader recruitment cost. It's pretty low on this one. Minus 5%. That's stupid. I might just go with this one. Ship upgrade cost. That might be worth it. But their accuracy is 70%. I don't like that. I'll just go with what I have for the fighters. Regenerative hull tissue is not a bad idea, but I already have that being a hive mind, so I'm not going to invest in that when I have shield attack that restores my shields. Energy siphon, I guess, is good for a swarm fleet, only because they would drain enemy shields. But I actually have ion weapons now, so this really wouldn't be too helpful. My disruptors, my disruptor technology does a lot better job. Climate control, tile blocker, only 5 months. Research agreement minus 525. That's actually not a bad idea. Since I'll get another technology in 5 months, and less than that probably, because I think one of my allies. Not allies, but one of my vassals has that technology, so that's going to be 4 months. That's going to be super easy. Maybe we'll get some better options next time. Okay, our governor died. Or is that a research colony? See, this just bothers me. Like when our leaders start to die, it's so expensive to replace. I don't want to spend 50 influence on these guys. I should have got the other tech. I still can. I'm gonna go with this. 20% reduction in leader and group recruitment costs. That's great. That'll drop it down to only 40 influence that I would need instead of the 50 influence. 12 months, whatever. That's a year, and I'll have that. Not too concerned about that. Sectors missing resources. Yeah. These guys are pathetic. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so glad that these guys are pathetic. But I'm also kind of concerned because these guys are really powerful. I mean, these guys had a lot of fleet power, and the Federation had a lot of fleet power. So the fact that they got crushed against these guys, I probably shouldn't send my forces after them. Even though we have more when we combine all of our powers combine, we could probably maybe take them on, but I should have done that before that war was over.
Survey complete.
Because while their fleets were off destroying other worlds, I could have attacked their home worlds. I might add humans to my hive. They're xenophobes. Okay, no, he's militarist. He's a militarist. He's xenophobe. No. No. I can't convert them into a hive species yet. So what I might just do is destroy the humans, and take the soul system for ourselves. Oh, that's so tragic, isn't it? So tragic. I can declare war against these guys. But not yet. I wanted to declare war against these guys, but I wanted to finish with the Bacterian High Kingdom first. I figure if I take all their worlds, and if I take the Vetericius worlds, then I can work on these guys. I'm just gonna claim everything. But until next time, I will have a wonderful day. And ooh, wait a minute, actually. Before I stop, I have a colony ship right here that I've been neglecting. So I'm just going to very quickly figure out where I'm going to send him. Where are you at? Okay, he's right there in the Ryoth. Okay. The Gay system. They have 2 planets in the Gay system. Let's see. A system that already is under our control. You know what? I'll have them colonize this planet. There are 2 planets in this system. Whoa, what? Oh yeah, that's right. I was supposed to be taking control of this system because they have 4 planets in that system. Oh, nice. So what world is this? I'm just going to go to this world right here. What is this? Aha! They have Titanic life. Study them. Let's harvest them and see if anything is useful. That's great. Food plus 50%. That sounds like a plan to us. But I'm also going to send armies upon armies upon armies upon armies. So let me just very quickly merge these guys. And these guys. And these guys. And merge. 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 Great. Size 55 army. Great. And let's take these guys. And merge. 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 Great. Alright. And let's take these guys. And embark off. And let's merge them with these guys. Oops. Oh no, this thing was playing games with my emotions. Oh, that was such a lie. They weren't actually in that system. These guys are in that system. Okay. So I can... I'm gonna stop this. Whatever. Merge. There we go. Where are you? $65. Okay, great. So now they're gonna go to... They're going here. Into orbit.
System survey complete.
Wonderful. I'm not going to be silly, because last time I fought the giants, they almost took over the planet, and we didn't have control over it, and they were going to purge all the people on our planet. So this time, I'm going to be smart, and we're going to hop into that system, and the moment they start trying to fight us, we are going to, in fact, while we're here, we don't have any defenses right now. Build spaceport. Let's see, so build spaceport. Boop. Build spaceport. Boop. Build spaceport. Oh no, I'm supposed to go on this episode. But these Titanic life thing popped up. What is this going to be, like an hour and a half long? No, but it's probably going to be that long. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's going to be that long. And while I'm at it here, I guess I could start the process of building my fleets up. So let's see, I have 13 destroyers. I should always have more than that. I should have like a 100 Corvette too. I should have 100 Corvettes because that's going to be easier to build, cheaper to build. But I want to have a lot of battleships. I want my battleships to be as cheap as possible, as inexpensive. I'm sorry, as possible. Not cheap, because cheap's bad. But I'm gonna get that once. I'm gonna start building up after I get this prosperity, the ship cost reduction. And I know I was going into this chain to get this so that I could have more unity, but I have a solution for that too, to increase my unity. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that because I'm gonna buy some of those art
system survey complete.
Art pieces. That'll give me like 10 unity per. That's before bonuses, so that'll help me out. then again, I already have. Got so much to do. Right, are we in space? Yeah, are we in their space? Where's my? They're all building that. Okay, this is gonna pop up. My naval capacity keeps improving, but my fleet power is not. So while I'm waiting for these guys to get in space, so I can. There they are. They're almost there. They're almost there.
Situation log updated.
So I'm just going to say study them, because by the time anything starts to happen, research, it's going to take them 2 months. Okay, we'll get there in 2 months' time, in theory. Titanic life necropsies. Come on. If you guys don't get there in 2 months' time, we could actually be dealing with a Titan invasion. Instead of just defending ourselves with Titans. Let's just say land armies, they're already in range. And I can build Gene Warriors now, which is pretty cool. But their maintenance is like 1 energy, so it's I'm not saying that's worth it. Yes. Look at that sizable army. If the Titans decide to fight back, we'll be ready for them.
Enemy troops landing. Special project complete.
Alright, that did not go well. The Titanic beasts are killing everyone. Where are my fleets? There we go. There we go. There's my army. There's my army. Landing armies, good. So we're fighting them off. Can retreat. So these things cannot face off against our clone army. I am so glad I sent them there, because had I clicked that, we would have lost the planet. It's just taking us time to land all those armies, because that's like millions of soldiers. Haha. Enraged Titanic. Enraged Titan. Titanic beast. And we blew them away. Ha ha ha.
Enemy invasion defeated.
Enemy invasion over. Yes. Embargo. Great. So now plus 50% to food. Delicious Titans. That is wonderful. Delicious, delicious Titans. Normally I wouldn't do this, but because this planet has delicious Titans, I will produce food on this planet. I wanted this to be primarily an energy or a minerals planet, but I'm just gonna utilize all the resources here.
Construction complete.
Build a farm. Yeah, why not? Because eventually, after we finish purging those worlds, we're gonna run out of food. So I should have at least one planet with a lot of food on it. But I'm still gonna utilize the minerals in these little sections right here, and I'm still going to get a power plant right here. Yeah. Anyway, so send these guys back to. I think they can stay there. I'll leave them there. But anyway, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and God be with you.